this has probably been the most competitive of the five. The others had their challenges in their own way, but this was definitely one where any of us could have qualified, you know, and we saw the way it came down to the smallest of margins really at the end. So just delighted to have made it, and very much looking forward to it.
The scoring averages for Limerick have gone up throughout the campaign, maybe Tipperary aside, but you know, given what you've been scoring, that the average is coming up. So you said that would happen, and it did.
Yeah, it's a trend across most of the seasons now, to be honest. This year's probably a little bit slower in rising them in previous years, but it's still to be expected that, you know, as the teams get through their games and play more and more and train more and more, that they're going to become more accurate and create more chances, and hopefully that trend will continue for us.
Sure. And finally, for me, the rivalry with Clare that's built over the last few seasons, you know, there's so little between these two teams.
Absolutely, yeah. It's going back a long, long time now, I suppose. You know, when you have two counties that are so close together and who mingle so much together between schools, colleges, workplaces, it's bound to bring its own bit of magic, I suppose, to it, you know, and I'm sure it'll be evident from the decibels on Sunday, you know. But listen, it promises to be a special day, and I think both sets of players and supporters are looking forward to it.
It's been hectic so far this year, John. How welcome was that 2-week break?
It flies by, yeah. Like 2 weeks is, you know, very little really when you think of the first couple of days are recovery and then you're back into it again. So it flies by, but you know, the championship itself has actually flown by, because you're catapulted from one round to the next round. So dealing with all the bits and pieces that come along the way, the injuries and whatnot, and obviously the results, you know, and you know, losing to Clare in the round robin was, you know, very disappointing for us. You know, it was the blemish in our record in the round robin, and you know, listen, they were the better team on the night. You know, they outworked us on the night, and they were far more accurate than us on the day. So, you know, they deserved their result in that game, but you know, we'll have learnt a lot from it.
That game itself, are you focusing more on what went wrong for you as opposed to what went right for Clare?
It's a little bit of both, you know. It's on both sides, you know. You'll break it down to the positives for yourself and the negatives where you know, maybe felt you could have done better. We certainly could have worked an awful lot harder. You know, no matter what way we analysed the game, we were well outworked on the day, and you know, that simply just won't be good enough on Sunday.
What's the squad like in terms of injuries, or any niggles or knocks?
We're not bad at all, actually. Yeah, we're quite good. We've had a few little bits and pieces where fellas have been unable to train or needed rest or whatever it was, but you know, we're expecting to be pulling from a full hand on Tuesday night tonight when we train, and hopefully when we get to Friday and announce our team, it'll be from a full hand as well. And to be playing in the Gaelic grounds, obviously, as the occasion, you know, it's close for Clare as well, but to be the 2019 final against Tip was a special day, and there'll be another one this Sunday. Yeah, I think all of the Munster finals that have been played here, you know, Cork in 2013 as well, was an incredible day. Quite a similar, you know, forecast for the day as it is going back to that one. But yeah, listen, any Munster final that you play on your home pitch is a fantastic honour and privilege, and one that we're looking forward to very, very much.
I'm just wondering, you were touching on the injuries there, if you have any update to Sean Finn, if you've been in contact with him recently?
Sean Finn is with us all the time, every single night of training, and has had his ACL repaired and is doing really, really well. He's in great shape, and he's on track for, I suppose, an optimum recovery is what I would say. You know, there was no other damage done to the knee, which is a huge plus, and we're just delighted for Sean that he was able to get it done so soon, and that it was such a positive outcome for him. Obviously he won't be returning this season, but it means that when he does return next season, you know, he will be in tip-top shape early doors.
And we're also playing two Gaelic grounds. Do you think home advantage is playing in favour to Limerick?
Listen, your home ground is your home ground, you know, no matter what. And we're very proud of our record here. We're very proud to play here. It means a lot to us. We love training here. We love spending time here. And we're certainly going to look forward to playing a Munster final here.
And then finally, there are tickets for this. There's such high demand for tickets for this final. A lot of fans are left disappointed. Do you have anything to say to them? Do a quick happy here?
Well, there's always going to be people disappointed, be it a Munster final or be it an All-Ireland final, no matter when you have it or where you have it, But I think what you'll find is that, you'll have an even number of people from both counties here on Sunday. The tickets have been split down the middle, but I think you'll have a fantastic atmosphere from it. And unfortunately, some won't be able to make it because of the capacity limitations, but I think those at home will enjoy it just as much as those here as well.
John, how did you first come about hearing Clare were looking to play the game here? What was your initial reaction to it?
Well, listen, you know as much as I do, really. It was a case of they wanted to play in Thurles. Munster Council wanted it in Cork. We were quite happy to go along with that, and then the offer was made by the Clare management team to play it in the Gaelic grounds, and between the two county boards they ironed out an agreement that satisfied both parties. So I think that's really about the bulk of it, really. I think everybody's happy with the fixture now, looking forward to it. I think it'll be a very special fixture, a very special occasion.
Were you surprised by the move to come here, or do you think it made logistical sense?
I wouldn't say surprised, but I can see the thought process behind it. So that was their decision, that was their request, and sure, it's done now, and it's a case of the game is what's important now next Sunday.
John, you know your thoughts before, after last year's final with the boys training that morning or evening, getting on 10 lads who were in Kilmallock, you mentioned John being involved. How important is it to you that they know how important they are?
It's hugely important, and we would have reinforced that in the last 10 days as well, because with all of the games that are coming, the impact off the bench is incredibly important. You're always watching in training to see, is there somebody going to come from the pack of players who maybe haven't been playing and comes into form and is, primed to go and do a job for you, be it for 10 minutes or 20 minutes or an hour. So yeah, you're always looking out for some player within the bunch that's going to come with a strong charge for a place on the team or a place in the panel. So we're very fortunate. The lads have been doing really, really well in training the last couple of weeks, and we're obviously going to have a very difficult job in picking 26 from the 37, but I'd rather have that problem where the players are pushing hard for places on that 26 and playing exceptionally well. And I think when they get their opportunity, then it means that they can come and take that chance with great confidence that they're in great form.
Would you have referenced last year much, or in the prospect of extra time?
No, that's not a major issue, because again, we're totally confident that all 26 players that will be named will be able to play a part, and we'll be happy for them to play a part. So whether it goes to 70 minutes, 75 minutes or 95 minutes, 115 minutes, it doesn't matter. We have a group of players on the day who are, we're very happy to have with us. So they'll be probably glad of the extra time so they can get chances, if they don't get to get on in normal time.
You've mentioned, John, after a few games this year, the need to improve the scoring efficiency. I think it was 15 whites against Cork, even going back to the league final against Kiely was 20. How do you go about actually addressing that? Because I suppose, lads can stay back after training and stuff like that, but it doesn't obviously replicate that kind of championship environment. Yeah,
no, listen, we've had this issue before. We had it last year, and every year pretty much, go back to 2019, it was an issue at times as well. So, every team goes through phases where, their accuracy levels just drop a little bit. It only takes a few, you're only looking at probably going from 53 to 65 or something like that in terms of percentage levels. Anything north of 65 is extremely good. But it only takes maybe 4 or 5 shots to close that gap. I think more importantly for us is the fact that we're creating significant numbers of scoring chances, and when we do hit a 70 plus shooting accuracy, it means we know we're going to have a really strong total on the scoreboard. So we just got to keep working on creating those scoring chances, number one, and like in every night of training, we're always practicing our accuracy and shooting, and like the boys are really honing in on it this week now and last week as well. So I'm sure that will be reflected in our performance on Sunday as well.
And stuff like, I think it's 37 years since a Munster Final has been done. Does that kind of talk permeate the dressing room?
I didn't know until you mentioned it now, to be honest with you. So, listen, it's 5. It's fantastic to be there. In 2013, we hadn't won a Munster Final since 1996. So, it means a huge amount to have the opportunity to play in the Munster Final, and for the lads to do that, over the last number of years has meant a huge amount to them. We've done it all sorts of ways, knockouts, round robins. It's been nice to do it all different ways, but what's in the past is in the past. It's Sunday is what we're focused on, and Sunday is what we want. And we've often spoken about being given opportunities and trying to earn opportunities and give ourselves opportunities. You never kind of set out to win anything as such. You just want to get to a point where you have a chance, where you're there. Get yourself to the final, get there by whatever means, and give yourself a chance. And hopefully on the day then you'll get your performance right for that. So we've worked hard the last 4 games. I don't think anybody can deny us the position that we're in because of the challenge that was brought by the 4 teams in all 4 games. It was a huge performance every day we went out that we had to take on. But I think our team showed incredible resilience and strength, to take on those challenges. And maybe at times when we weren't playing our very best, to still stick with what we were doing, do it as best we could, and trust in ourselves that we'd find a way to get out the gap, and we did. So, whilst the games were very close, we could see the incremental improvements that were there for us as a team and in our performances, and we were honing in on how we can improve again each day and just become a better team. And I think if you look at our performances across the round robin, we were increasingly better every day we went out. And for us, the last 2 weeks is not about any of the side shows that are involved. It's about just being a better team next Sunday, putting in a better performance than we did in the last game. And the boys are very, very focused on that.
John, one of the features of Limerick there over the last number of years has been the ability to get scores. With maybe 4 or 5 quick passes with them, just bringing up the length of the field. Yet this year, I think I've only seen 1 real score like that. Have the opposition learned how to counteract it?
Well, listen, teams are pressing higher. Half-back lines are pressing higher, midfielders are pressing higher. It's compacting that ball coming out. But like in a technical sense, that might work some of the time. But it won't work all the time because it means that your full back line is going to be very, very exposed. So, you can there's more than one way to skin a cat, and that's only one aspect of the play. So, it hasn't prevented us from winning matches. It hasn't prevented us from creating 44 to 50 scoring chances in a game. It just means that we've had to do it a different way.
And just kind of on the same thing too is, we seem to dominate games physically more in previous seasons this year. Have other teams come up in terms of physical development as well?
I don't know, that's a hard one to judge, It's a really hard one to judge. And again, I think even that perception that we were a very physical team, I wouldn't buy into that over the last 4 years, I think that's a lot of nonsense. There's how is that measured? What's the measurement for that? You were 80 pounds heavier team, what is it like, I don't see any measurement that would stack that up. I think the other teams were just as strong as other years, only, we were just in a really strong vein of form, and I think that's where we stand on it. To us, that concept of us being physically stronger than the opposition doesn't hold water.
What I kind of noticed was in the real dirty ball, it's not the scrambled ones. We were very, once we went into a big scramble like that, we used to win most of them. No, we're still doing well in them, but we're not as quite as good as we were.
I'll have to check the stats on it, John. I won't confirm or deny, all right? But listen, everybody's working very hard. All the teams are working very, very hard, and all the teams are extremely fit and strong. But I don't believe there's any material difference really between the teams now and a couple of years ago. I just think that perception is there, you know, because our lads are probably tall, you know, we're still tall. Being tall doesn't mean you're going to bully fellas around the field, you know, it means you've got to work hard yourself all the time, yeah.
John, you said measuring that is difficult, the physicality, measuring hunger results is very hard to kind of judge. Clare is search for a first Munster in so long, is something obviously that's been discussed. I mean, is that something you're conscious of, that it was, come up to their level desire, their hunger result?
Yeah, well, we saw it in the round robin, sure, you know, they outworked us in that match, and you know, by a considerable amount. So, you know, hence we were chasing the game the last 10 minutes. You know, they were quite comfortable winners really in the finish, but you know, we got a goal. It was a consolation goal, you know, and you know, that's the challenge for us now on Sunday. We've got to find a way of, you know, working harder than them across the 70 plus minutes, and you know, giving ourselves opportunities and hopefully taking them as they come.
John, it's probably the biggest game here between you and Clare since '96. You were part of the Parliament there.
I was.
What's your memories of it?
I was wearing a brown leather jacket. No, it's not part of the attire anymore. Actually, listen, it was a great day, and it was a very warm, sunny day again. You know, it was similar type of weather coming into it actually. Yeah, but you know, my memories of the games back then, even, you know, I've never watched them back afterwards or nothing. So I don't have very many memories of it really, apart from the fact that we won it and we moved on.